So last year, my number one series of the year was Traitors Season 2 UK. I've just watched Traitors Season 3 UK. And it's still just utterly incredible. I'm on the edge of my seat more than even the last episode of the first season of Severance. I'm on the edge of my seat more than the last two episodes of the first season of Prison Break. These people, these humans, right, are showing real drama that writers can't write. Actors cannot act something so complicated. There's a part in this season where a sister has to vote out another sister, but she doesn't want that sister to be... Just so you do, I don't know if you know what The Traitors is. So The Traitors is a TV show where you've got like 22 people in a castle, basically, and secretly a couple of them are chosen to be traitors and the rest are faithfuls, right? So every day, everyone sits around the table, no one knows who's a traitor or who's a faithful, and they've got to banish somebody. And they've got to hopefully banish a traitor. That's their objective when they're sitting around this table. Find a traitor and banish them. So they've all got to sit around this table and argue. And basically be like, I think this guy's a traitor. I think this guy's a traitor. And they've got to argue their point. And then at night, the traitors get to murder a faithful. It's that classic game. It's like Werewolf or Mafia, Hitman, whatever. It's just a version of that. And it's done over a period of like, I guess, like, I don't know, a month. And so the tension is so high in some of these scenes. The stakes get higher and higher and higher as the money pot grows, because whoever wins will get the money at the end. And just the drama, like, you can't write it. And I understand someone is kind of writing, like, what activities are going to happen, but in the end, it's these human people against each other trying to find a traitor. And you don't see acting like this. Like, you can't watch people act this because it's real people. This is what good reality shows should be, watching real human drama. And I just think this is incredible. They had a twist at the end called the Seer. This twist where somebody will get a chance to pick whoever they want playing the game and find out whether or not they are faithful or a traitor. And this can turn the game on its head. And I thought, good idea, fun idea. However, it was a shame that a traitor was picked. So the traitor just had to say they were a traitor. And it's like, well, that's the only traitor left. So that traitor just obviously ended up getting banished at the round table. And then you've only got faithfuls left for the end of the show, which is way less interesting, in my opinion, which is just a shame. I know it's just bad luck, but what can you do? Maybe they shouldn't do the seer thing next time. There is something I've noticed, and this is interesting because it's another layer. So you've got these 22 people, and they're all playing each other. They're trying to lie to each other and find out the truth. You've got the faithfuls against the traitors, and the faithfuls are, trying to get the traitors out, and traitors trying to get all the faithfuls out. And no one knows who's who. So they're all playing each other, right? They're all just playing this game against each other, trying to figure out who's lying. But in this season specifically, they're not just playing each other. They are also, and you could hear it, and I would be doing the same. These contestants in this game show are also playing the producers, if that makes sense. You can hear them say, like, I feel like there must be a really strong female traitor. Well, why do you say that? Because last year it was all men, right? So if you're playing the producers, you would think, well, the producers might want it so that all females are picked. So they're kind of playing the game. They're playing against the actual producers of the show. They're saying things like, "Oh, I think he's a traitor because he's a doctor. Wouldn't that be like great TV if a doctor was going around killing everyone rather than saving everyone?" And it's like, well, okay, you're not playing each other anymore. You're playing the producers. And so the producers have to bear that in mind. Like, moving forward, the producers have to know that, oh, we've got to play against against this. Like, kind of meta, right? The producers have to be like, we've got to actually play against this group of people because they're playing against us now. So that's really interesting. There are things like I've thought, like, because it is a TV show, right? Because we want to be as on the edge of our seat as possible. At night time, when the traitors murder someone, in the morning, we still don't know who the traitors have murdered, and the producers want to keep the audience on edge. So in the morning, everybody comes in drips and drabs to have breakfast. And the person A comes in, person B comes in, blah blah blah, and then we've got three more people left, and every single time the three more people that are left to come in to breakfast are the three people that the traitors were discussing about murdering. Should we murder this person? Should we murder person number 2 or person number 3? I don't know. These 3 people we could murder. They always pick 3, and those 3 are always the last to come in. Because the audience at home are like, who did they pick to murder? Who did they pick? But because of that, you know that the last 3 people that come in, well, the last 2, because one of the 3 would have been murdered. The last 2 people that come into breakfast, if you're a contestant, you know that because this is a TV show that producers are making for audience at home to be like entertained by, you know that the last 2 people to come in are 100% definitely a faithful. So you've played the producers, you know, you can work it out over the course of a few days, the people who are definitely a faithful, and then by process of elimination, find out who the traitors are, you know? You know what I mean? Like, come on, like, I figured it out. If I was a faithful, I'd win. I figured it out. I've found out who the traitors are. But I'm not playing the game against the other contestants. I'm playing it against the producers. You know, so yeah, I just find that interesting, and that's just something that the producers gotta bear in mind. I did have one idea that I heard, and I just think this could be a fun idea. Another mix-up. What if we potentially next season have 2 sets of traitors, right? Maybe 2 traitors, a pair of traitors each, but these pair don't know that the other pair are traitors. Like, that would be a mix-up because you're like trying to vote people out, and when the person gets banished and says I'm a traitor, and the other pair were like, what? That person's a traitor? They don't come to murder every night. It's like, interesting, right? Interesting. So yeah, that could be a fun idea. I heard that one and I thought that could be really good. But yeah, just overall wonderful show. So fun to watch and analyze and think what you would do. Think about the lies you'd have to tell. Think about whether just being honest is the best policy if you're faithful, and just how you would fight your corner when everything you do starts to make you look guilty. When people start to suspect you, you can just yawn, and people will think, see, I suspected him before, and he's just yawning suddenly. He must be a traitor. Like, everything you do makes you look guilty. And yeah, I just think, Jesus, it looks so stressful. It's so fun to watch, so fun to analyze. And I can't wait for the next season, probably next year. And obviously, Claudia Winkleman has just got a fringe. She's just got a fringe. And that's all you can say. Yeah, orange skin and a fringe. She's awesome. But let me know what you thought.